Hey, what's going on, friends and theme park fans? This is Silver Stix here for another Stix Top 6, where I count down the best and worst that theme parks have to offer. Alrighty folks, back in the late 90s, Disney Regional Entertainment, a small little subsidiary of the Walt Disney Company, had a pretty incredible idea to help spread the Disney brand across a bunch of new cities and states that may have never had the chance to experience a Disney theme park before, simply because of their location. And this idea was known as DisneyQuest, a chain of indoor, interactive, and highly immersive Disney theme parks boasting new age technology, affordable prices, and fun for the whole family. And while Disney definitely did hold up their end of the deal on everything they offered and more, attendance was still always consistently lower than expected, resulting in the eventual downfall, demise, and extinction of the once legendary theme park chain on July 2nd, 2017. The abandoned DisneyQuest building in Disney Springs in Orlando sat vacant for 2 long years before eventually being reopened as the NBA Experience on October 12th of this year. And now at this point, while DisneyQuest may officially be gone, it will certainly never be forgotten. So as a bit of a memorial here on Stix Top 6 today, I really wanted to share with you guys what I thought were the top 6 best rides and attractions from the extinct DisneyQuest. Let's get right into this one, shall we? Right, so starting off our list today, we have one of the simplest experiences you could have found throughout DisneyQuest, but one of the very best at the same time. And that, ladies and gentlemen, were the vast amount of arcade games that were all fully playable just through your normal admission ticket. No additional change or tokens were needed to play at all. And there were a ton, like an absolute ton of games here. Stuff for literally just about anybody to enjoy. Like Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man, Tron, the Star Wars trilogy games, Dig Dug, Asteroids, Galaga, Mario Bros, Frogger, Guitar Hero, Dance Dance Revolution, Donkey Kong, Centipede, and the list just goes on and on and on. Like I said, there were a ton of arcade games throughout DisneyQuest. Heck, I remember when I was younger, I used to just get stuck in here for hours playing every single last cabinet available, not even focused on the rest of the building whatsoever. Now obviously arcade games aren't exclusive to Disney or anything like that, but I'm just saying, the magical Disney atmosphere combined with that nostalgic 80s arcade aesthetic, plus the fact you literally got to play as many games as you could possibly ever want to, just all blended together so perfectly, and it really created one of the best experiences you could have ever possibly imagined, even if it seemed like it wouldn't have been that special at all. Alrighty then folks, moving on over to the Explore Zone, which was essentially a virtual adventure land where we'd have actually been able to go ahead and take on a simulated version of one of my actual favorite Disney attractions on the one-of-a-kind virtual Jungle Cruise. This roughly 4.5-minute attraction had you and your party actually sitting in a blow-up raft that moved and swayed around to simulate being on water, while you actually used real-life paddles to sail your way through this intense, immersive, and downright incredible 4D adventure. And honestly, this adventure could have wound up being completely different every single time you rode it, because you had full control of where you went thanks to the paddles, and your entire goal at hand was just to simply see how far you could get down the river. Each simulation started at Walt Disney World with views of the castle in the background, and where you got past that was completely up to you and your team, which honestly made this experience even more personal and even more fun if you asked me. The visuals on screen were clear and fun to watch, the 4D effects like the water sprayers really livened up the attraction even more than it already was, and finally the entire concept of a virtual Jungle Cruise game was just wildly original and highly replayable right from the start, which is why it was always by far one of the most popular and one of the most beloved attractions in all of DisneyQuest, from the day they first opened until the day they closed their doors for good. making our way up to the score zone where we would have been able to take a ride on Invasion, an extraterrestrial alien encounter, which yes, is now an extinct attraction based on an extinct attraction. It's Extinctception. But seriously, Invasion was a super fun simulator ride where you got to board an XS Tech spaceship with one pilot and up to 3 gunners on a mission to rescue a group of colonists trapped on an alien planet. And of course, why else would there be gunners if there weren't an army of aliens coming right after you and your team as well? The ride lasted 3.5 minutes long, and whether you were a gunner or the ship's pilot, it was still one heck of a crazy ride, with some insanely impressive technologies making it all happen. And really at its core, it was just a super fun alien shoot-'em-up video game with some weirdly appealing graphics. The theming was great, the gameplay was solid, and it was just simply a fun ride. Enough said. Drifting back down to the Explore Zone where we could have found DisneyQuest's very own Pirates of the Caribbean ride, The Battle for Buccaneer Gold. This was a highly immersive interactive 3D simulator attraction that let you board a pirate ship right alongside Jolly Roger the Ghost Pirate and sail the 7 seas fending off against other pirate ships and sea monsters until eventually having to fight against Jolly Roger himself in a terrifying Danny Phantom-esque ghost dimension. Yeah, seriously, needless to say, this was one crazy attraction, and it definitely set itself apart from all the other Pirates of the Caribbean rides out there, but in like the best way possible, if you know what I mean. The Battle for Buccaneer Gold just really made you feel like a proper pirate. By combining elements of dark ride, simulator, and shooting gallery attractions, Disney really created something special here that truly ended up becoming the definition of a must-do attraction whenever you visited DisneyQuest. It was perfect. Located right inside the replay zone section lied what was probably the most popular attraction in all of DisneyQuest, Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blaster. Obviously based on the Disney park ride of the same name, but instead of being an Omnimover laser shooting dark ride, DisneyQuest's version was much more akin to like bumper cars, but with some straight up out of this world theming and giant cannons on the ride carts that you got to shoot at other riders, making them spin out of control. It was super cool. The video really doesn't do it justice at all. The sheer amount of times I'd get right off this attraction, then get right back in line for it was insane. It really was just so much fun. And the line was always fairly long as far as DisneyQuest standards went, which was fine. Honestly, this attraction was even fun to watch just from the sidelines. I'm just saying, people really loved this ride, and for good reason. It connected everyone playing. Literally every person on the track at once would just be laughing and smiling and having a great time because you're all playing this hilarious game together. People of all ages too. Like, I don't know how to say it any better. Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blaster really was, by all standards, a Disney park level attraction, and it was by far worth the price of admission all on its own, easily, and it will forever be missed. Located in the Create Zone and hosted by the legendary Bill Nye the Science Guy, we had the obvious choice for the #1 best attraction throughout DisneyQuest, the heart-pumping, thrill-tacular simulated roller coaster, Cyberspace Mountain. This was some serious next-level futuristic stuff, guys. This attraction actually allowed you to custom build a roller coaster on screen that you would then get to ride within an enclosed simulation capsule that could turn, flip, tilt, and even go upside down. And it seriously did feel like you were experiencing the coaster that you built. So for people who may have bad motion sickness or claustrophobia or a fear of roller coasters in general, they could have made a much tamer ride than someone who wants to get the absolute maximum amount of thrills available. The creativity in being able to ride exactly what you want to ride opens up a wider market of people who are able to enjoy the attraction, and it added a ton of re-rideability for people who wanted to experience every single possible track combination. Cyberspace Mountain was truly just a one-of-a-kind attraction, and I'd personally love to see it come back to the Disney parks in some way in the future. I think about that pretty often, to be honest, but I guess until then we'll just have to stick with the actual Space Mountain, which is pretty cool too, at least. Alrighty folks, so that's gonna about wrap up my Stix Top 6 Best Rides and Attractions from the sadly extinct DisneyQuest. I really hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider leaving a like, comment, subscribe, and share the video around. It'd mean a lot and help out a ton. Also, leave in the comments what your favorite and least favorite rides and attractions were from DisneyQuest, or maybe just any DisneyQuest related memories you'd like to share so we can start a conversation down there. But anyway, gang, with all that being said, this is your host, Silver Stix, signing out. I hope you have a great rest of your day, theme park fans. Peace.